Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something that's not as fun. It has to do with some mechanics. This is my friend's 2009 Toyota Urban Cruiser, and she went for a yearly checkup for the car, and it passed, but the mechanic said the car was so rusty it had to be welded next year because otherwise it would never pass a yearly checkup again. Well, I've never heard of Toyota being that rusty, especially not from this year. Neither have my other friends that are mechanics either heard of it. So yeah, I'm going to show you what is so badly rusted on this car that it will fail any checkup according to the mechanic. And I'll tell you a bit more later. So yeah, this is the Urban Cruiser. As you can see, it's not very rusty. The worst, this is all surface rust, which is normal because of salt here in the Netherlands. But yeah, it was so, this is why he was going to fail it. It was supposed to be so rusty. It's just all surface rust. Yeah, and the other one, the rear brakes, they were, yeah, they wouldn't, they were sticking according to the mechanic, but they're not. You see, no rust at all. So, yeah, it's just old surface rust. This corner's completely fine. So yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, there's actually no rust on this car except for a bit of surface rust, like I said. But yeah, it's the second time this mechanic has done it by these persons. It's because her husband's car, Mercedes A-Class, known for being rust buckets. We all know that in the community. He said that car was so rusty it had to be welded as well. Well, we put that on the lift a couple of months ago. We took all the panels off. No rust at all. Yeah, surface rust on the regular parts, what we know on that car. But it wasn't rotten. So yeah, they lost faith in that mechanic now. But it's also those mechanics that give other mechanics, like myself included, a bad name. So sometimes, even if you trust your mechanic, but you have like, I do not trust that my car has so much work on it. Sometimes it's better to get a second opinion. You might be right. You might have a 2015 car which has been in a crash, which you don't know about, and then that might be rusting or has structural integrity problems. So, but yeah, I don't like it when mechanics do this just to get a quick buck out of a yearly checkup or whatever. I used to do it as well, do yearly checkups. I found it as a service. You run a garage, you run it as a service, and you don't have to pull the wool over the eyes of people. It's unnecessary. Especially now in the economic, I know garages have also been hit hard, but people are working from home, people have been laid off. This virus, this pandemic, it's shit for everybody, but there's no reason to do something like this. So yeah. Okay, but coming back to this car, I talked it over with my friend, and they asked me what could they do to prevent from this rust going any further. I told them, well, basically just clean up the rust and give it a piece of paint. And they asked, was there anything else they might be able to do? I said, well, we could under seal it. So yeah, here we have some nice undercoating which we're gonna put on the car, and it will last for at least another 15 years. So okay, I'll let you see the finished result. Okay, so I just finished doing the undersealing. I cleaned all the rust. It's nice and all black now. I did it complete from front all the way to the back, including the tow bar. Well, the bits of tow bar you can see. So yeah. Okay, the undersealing is all done. Yeah, I was slightly pissed off. It happens. I hate it when mechanics do this. Not all mechanics, there are more good mechanics than those rotten apples. A whole lot of us do have the best intentions, but it just takes a couple to ruin it for everybody. So yeah, the undersealing is all done. It came out very nicely. So yeah, I hope I don't see anything from that mechanic anymore, but we won't know until we see in the future. So yeah, I just needed to vent out, let you guys also see that it is, use common sense. Do not trust your mechanic all the time. You can trust him, just do not trust him all the time if you're suspicious about, hey, this is not right, or I only renewed that last year, how come it's broken again? So yeah. Okay, see you next time.